Hey there and welcome. Have you ever just stopped and looked at something, a sunset, a painting, maybe even a person's face, and just felt, yeah, that's right? Well, today we're going to try and crack the code behind that feeling. We're talking about a hidden language of beauty that our brains seem to understand instinctively. All right, let's get into it.
You know, we've all heard that old saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But what if there's more to it? What if beauty isn't just a random personal opinion, but something deeper? A real objective signal that the world is sending and our brain is perfectly tuned to receive. We're going to explore the wild idea that there's a universal pattern behind pretty much everything we find beautiful.
So let's start with the main idea here. That feeling of beauty, it's not just a simple preference like liking vanilla more than chocolate. It's a powerful signal. It's a message that our brain gets, telling us that something is in a state of deep, satisfying balance and harmony.
And when I say it's a signal, I mean it's a real, physical thing happening inside your head. It's a neurological event. When your brain sees something beautiful, it processes that pattern so well, so efficiently, that it just relaxes. It resonates. That feeling of harmony, that's literally your brain saying, yes, I get this. This works.
Now, to really understand this code, we need to look at two different kinds of balance. And we're going to start with the one we all know, the most obvious one, static balance. You probably know it by another name, symmetry.
So symmetry is our first stop. Think of a butterfly's wings or a perfect reflection in a lake. It's predictable, it's calm, it's incredibly stable, and our brains absolutely love symmetry because honestly, it's just easy to figure out. It's harmony, but it's kind of frozen in place. But here's the thing. You ever look at something that's too perfect? So symmetrical that it almost feels a little cold, a little boring. That's because static balance, while it's nice, can feel like it's missing that spark of life. And that's our clue that there has to be more to the story. And this lays it out perfectly. Over on the left, you've got your static balance. It's predictable, calm, stable, but maybe a little sterile. But on the right, this is where it gets good. We have dynamic balance. This isn't about perfect mirroring. This is about being proportional, alive, flowing. It feels organic. And the secret ingredient? It's something called the golden ratio.
It all comes down to this one kind of magical number, phi. It's about 1.618. This number is a constant that just pops up everywhere in nature. It's the secret blueprint for dynamic balance, shaping the proportions of things we find deeply, truly beautiful, from how a nautilus shell grows to the composition of the Mona Lisa.
And what's so wild is how this one number creates a hidden structure for beauty at every possible scale. The theory calls this zoom-in, zoom-out continuity. It basically means whether you're looking at the whole Parthenon from a distance or a tiny detail up close, that same beautiful proportion is there. It's a balance that feels alive because it grows and scales with you. Okay, so patterns in the outside world? Check. But the real aha moment, the part that changes everything, is when we stop looking at the beautiful thing and start looking at the brain of the person seeing it. What is actually happening in our heads?
Well, this brings us to this really cool theory called brain kinematics. The idea, in a nutshell, is that everything we perceive, what we see, what we feel, it's all based on the flow of energy inside our brain's neural networks. You can think of it like little currents of energy or strain flowing through your mind.
And here it is. Here's the big connection. When your brain sees a pattern that uses dynamic balance, like the golden ratio, those little energy currents all sync up. They flow smoothly, without any resistance. Your brain processes it all with zero effort. And that feeling, that amazing sensation of your brain working in perfect, effortless harmony, that's what we call beauty.
And yeah, you guessed it, the reverse is true too. When you see something you think is ugly or jarring, it's because those energy flows in your brain are getting stuck. It's like a traffic jam. They're chaotic and inefficient. Your brain is struggling to make sense of the pattern, and that feeling of struggle, of neural friction, that's what we experience as ugliness.
But wait, the idea gets even bigger. Because if beauty is just a pattern of balance, then couldn't all of our other emotions have their own unique patterns too? This theory actually expands to say yes, our entire emotional world can be mapped out as different patterns of energy flow in the brain.
I mean, check this out. Every feeling has a shape. That feeling of awe you get looking up at the stars, that's your brain processing vast fractal patterns. The tightness in your chest from anxiety, that's the feeling of your brain processing broken symmetry and jagged diagonals. Our emotions are literally taking form inside our minds.
So where can we actually see this happening? Where's the ultimate proof? Well, it happens every single night,
In your dreams. The idea here is that dreaming is the ultimate example of this whole concept. Those bizarre, vivid images you see, they're not random nonsense. They are the visible record of your emotions flowing, shifting, and trying to find balance.
So here's how it works. Step 1, your emotions, the good and the bad, release energy or strain in the brain. Step 2, that energy starts moving in these dynamic waving patterns. And step 3, those exact patterns are what generate the images, the scenery, and the stories of your dreams. Your dream is literally a movie of your brain's energy field.
And this gives us a way to understand our dreams. When we feel positive emotions, the energy flows smoothly. So what do we dream of? Flying, beautiful, flowing landscapes. When we feel negative emotions, like fear, the patterns are jagged and chaotic. So we dream of being chased or seeing buildings fall apart. The images are a direct readout of our emotional state.
So, let's bring this all together. What does this all mean for us in our everyday lives? Well, it gives us a completely new way to see everything, our feelings, the world around us, and our sense of beauty. It's not just something we observe, it's a conversation we're having with the world.
And here's the most powerful takeaway. Your sense of beauty is not random. It's not just a silly preference. It's a real biological signal that you are in sync with your environment. It's a moment of profound harmony between the patterns inside your head and the patterns of the world around you.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to take with you. If beauty is the feeling of balance, and ugliness is the feeling of struggle, take a look around. What are the patterns in your own life telling you? In your home, at your job, in your relationships? What is your world reflecting back to you?